Hello and welcome back to Season 3 with TSV 1860 Munich, and welcome to the Bundesliga 2. That's right, today we kick off our Bundesliga 2 campaign against SpVgg Greuther Furth. I'm pretty sure there's probably a better way to pronounce that. Should have really looked that up. But yes, over the summer we made some transfers. We've got some people in that I'm very, very happy with. We've also renewed some loans as well from last season, so there'll be some familiar faces for you guys. But let's go and have a look at the new boys. The first man in is Kevin Bakusu, on loan from Bayer Leverkusen, only paying £1,600 of his wages. Centre-back, likely to start for us this season. I did try and get him on loan last season, but they didn't want to let him go down to the 3 Liga. But now we're in the Bundesliga 2, it seems like they're a lot more open to letting him play for us, which is nice. But 20 years old, cheap wages, as I said, 6'2", some very good physicals, mentals are okay, technicals, I'm hoping they'll improve. 13, 12 and 13 for heading, marking, tackling isn't bad, but for 20 years old, it's good. We just want it to be a little bit better. So over the course of the season, hopefully they climb up a little bit. But seeing as we couldn't get Brawson back on loan yet, it's likely that Bakusu will be the starting centre-back this season. The second man in is Aurelien Tchouameni. Yes, I did practice that a few times before saying that. That wasn't the first time. Aurelien Tchouameni, a centre midfielder on loan from Monaco, worth quite a bit of money. We're paying just over £5,000 of his wages. But considering we play 3 players in central midfield, I found it important to get another good quality option in there. And if you look at his attributes, he looks very, very well rounded. His natural role is a central midfielder, but we will probably ask him to play the Mazzala role, or can he do an advanced playmaker role? Yeah, his flair is 1. Flair is 1. You can't even do a step over. How many kick-ups can you do, Aurelien? How many? All right, maybe we won't ask him to do the advanced playmaker role, but the Mazzala role he can definitely do, and if we need a deep line playmaker in there, he can do as well. He's also quite accomplished as a defensive midfielder, which is where we like to play our deep line playmaker, so he's going to come good this season. As a 4th choice, a good rotation in there for the other 3, I'm very happy with it. Now, unfortunately, we haven't been able to get Nico Williams back on loan yet. It's strange. Liverpool want him to play with higher quality players, which baffles me because a lot of the squad is the same from last season. If anything, we've lost players that weren't good enough to play for us consistently. And we're in a better division. So if Williams was here, he'd be playing at a higher level. We've got better coaches. He'd naturally improve. I'm baffled as to why they're not giving him to us. But because we can't get him, we've got Alex Pinto in on loan from Benfica. A right back, we're going to play him as a wing back on support. Again, very well rounded, 23 years old, Portuguese. Benfica do tend to produce some good players, so I'm trusting we've got another one here. A few things could be a little bit better, crossing, dribbling, decisions, passing. But other than that, a very, very nice player, well-rounded, some decent physicals for a wing-back, very, very good mentals for this level, and decent technicals. At 6'2", I think he's going to do good for us this season. And if you follow my Twitter, this is the man I tweeted about yesterday saying we've pulled off an absolute coup, a superb signing. Moise Kean is in at 1860 Munich. Moise Kean. I'm going to give you guys a second just to digest. Moise Kean from Everton, former Juventus, is playing in the Bundesliga 2. They signed him for $24.5 million. He's barely played for them. But if he needs a home, he can definitely have one here. Moise Kean, absolutely superb. He's on 50 grand a week at Everton. We're paying him 10 grand a week. A 4-star ability at the moment. Potential to be 5. An absolutely superb signing. If you can't tell, I'm so happy with this. A pressing forward, an advanced forward. He can play either role superbly. Fantastic technicals for what we want him to do. Mentals are very, very good. The only ones I'm worried about are his composure and decision making. But physicals, I mean, they're just superb. Stamina could be better. But other than that, acceleration, natural fitness, pace, all 16 and above, agility 15, balance and strength 14. I'm so happy, delighted, absolutely delighted. We have also offered a contract to this man, Jonas Nietfeld, as a 2nd, possibly 3rd choice striker. I think he's going to be pretty good. He's played in Germany his entire career, so he knows the leagues well. Natural as a pressing forward, I'm sure he'd be decent as an advanced forward. Not amazing attributes, but good enough, like I said, for a 2nd or 3rd choice. Experienced as well, 27 years old, a cheap wage, someone else we'd be happy with for squad depth. If we have a quick look at the squad then, you will see some names here in green that are on trial at the club. There are some that I'm looking to bring in. Sam McQueen at left back. Morgan Schneiderlin would be brilliant in centre midfield, as would Antonio Palumbo. A potential option on the left wing would be Rolando Aarons, and Christian Benteke is here on trial as well. I mean, he'd offer us something different, wouldn't he? As a target man, could he do a pressing forward role? Yeah, he'd be fine. Advanced forward, he'd be fine. Christian Benteke, the big Belgian, he'd be superb. At the moment, his wages are a bit of an issue. He wants more than what we can give. So, unless he brings that down, he won't be here. You'll also see some familiar names back on loan at the club. Per Schurz at centre-back, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Bruno Jordao, Yannick Marchand and Wilson Isidore all returned to the club on very cheap loan deals. I say very cheap. Per Schurz, $8,500 a week. He went back to Ajax and they wanted to give him a chance in the first team, but then I went back in for him on loan and they were very happy to let him come back to us. So it's his third season here. It's a no-brainer. He knows the club. He's now the vice-captain. And in future, I'd still like to bring him in permanently at some point. In terms of players out, nothing significant. A couple of youngsters and Marius Wilsch, who would never play for us again. Because we're in the division above as well, we've been able to get some better coaches in. The best coaches in the league in every category, which is nice to see. We've also got some more scouts, some more physios. So our staff are very, very good now. I say very, very good. They're good. They're decent. They're better than what we had, but we can improve. So money left. We still have just over 500 grand in transfer budget, 20 grand roughly in a wage budget. And that brings us to today's game, the first game in the Bundesliga 2, the first game of the season. And we're on telly. It's a Friday night. We're still riding the high of winning the 3 Liga. The team then to kick us off. Weiss in goal. A back four of Fosu-Mensah, Schurz, Bakusu and Klassen. A midfield 3. They know each other. They love each other. Jordao, Marchand and Bekiroglu. Isidore on the right. Nollenberger on the left. And Moise Kean gets his debut up front. What number can we give Moise Kean? What number? Oh, you can take the number 9, sir. You can take the number 9. All right, boys, first game of the new season. I think we go passionate. Let's give the fans something to cheer today. Bekiroglu's the only one that seemed to have gained any confidence from that. A few people are nodding in agreement and listening keenly and passionately. How do you listen passionately? All right, then, as we kick things off from Munich, hopefully we can get a win in our first game of the season, put 3 points on the board. As long as I'd rather not be dragged into a relegation battle this season. I mean, the board want us to avoid that. I'd like to be able to, a comfortable mid-table finish would be nice, and then build on that next season in hopes of getting promoted. As Bakusu clears, can we get the ball? We can't. Moise Kean just chilling up front. That's a great tackle. Is he going to run for the ball? It's sort of a half-hearted attempt to come and get it. Hopefully his attitude towards getting loose balls improves throughout the season. Maybe because he's not a pressing forward. What have we done? What have we done? I don't believe it. The defenders just have completely... We'll see it again. I'm kind of speechless. That's extremely annoying. One kick from the keeper, straight down the middle of the pitch. And what are we doing? No communication. The defenders leave it for the keeper. The keeper leaves it for the defenders. No one's talking to each other. We're 1-0 down. Not ideal. I remember we started the first ever game on the series with loosely scoring an own goal with something ridiculous. And the first game of this season, we conceded a ridiculous goal again. Corner ball whipped in and Weiss makes a save. Of course, he kept a lot of clean sheets last season. Potentially not this season. He finds Isidore though. Isidore looks down the line for Moise Kean. Kean is in here. Can he score? It's a good save by the keeper. Half an hour in. Free kick for SP. The header, has it hit the bar? It has hit the bar. We've managed to get it clear. I was going to say just before this highlight, we're not playing too badly considering it's our first game in the Bundesliga 2. But we could be 2 or 3-0 down by now. Come on, boys. Demand a bit more just before half-time. If we can go in level, that would be amazing. There is a highlight. Annoyingly, it's all for SP. We need to get this ball back and get it forward. Or, potentially, we need to sign better players to help us compete at this level. Very hard when you have little money, as SP are, they're keeping the ball, playing very patiently, very slowly. Can we win it here? Moise Kean has done. He's in on goal. Moise Kean, this is your chance. This is your chance. That is another awful finish from him. Weiss kicking the ball away. Has he found someone? He finds Isidore. It's a fantastic first touch. He finds Nollenberger. Can we commit players forward? Nollenberger finds Bekiroglu. His shot! We've scored our first goal in the Bundesliga 2. Efkan Bekiroglu carries on this season where he finishes the last. We are level. It is 1-1. I'll be honest, I didn't think this highlight was for us, but it's laid off by Nollenberger. And Bekadoglu with a low dipping shot into the bottom right-hand corner. Our main man, we said it from day one, gets our first goal in the Bundesliga 2. Half-time, 1-1. I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to say I'm pleased. Keep it up. We're also going to make a sub. Marchand picks up a knock. So Chouameni is going to come on for him and swap with Bekadoglu. Bekadoglu with a free kick. Can he find someone? He looks in. Bakusu's there. He's headed it over. Very unlucky. Not a massive amount of time left. Stefan Lex is going to come on for Nollenberger. He's going to swap with Moise Kean and play as the pressing forward. We're going to push Isidore onto an attack duty and the same with Bekadoglu as the advanced playmaker. We're also going to up the tempo a little bit, boys. Come on. Up the passing and let's counter press when we win the ball. You could say we're going for it. It would be nice to win this game. Do we go attacking? We let this highlight play out. We let it play out. Bekadoglu has the ball. Don't lose it there. He's have we got it? Isidore's coming forward. He's lost the ball. That's we've won it back. We're okay. Bakusu finds Schurz. He finds Klassen. Come on, boys. Create one chance. And Lex, I mean, he didn't play much last season. He's got a chance this season to redeem himself in a tougher division. The ball through. Lex's shot is saved. I mean, I set it up for him perfectly. I set it up for him on a plate and he couldn't tuck it away. 3 minutes added on. We have gone attacking. I don't think anything is going to happen. Time is going to fizzle out. A 1-1 draw at home against SpVgg Greuther Furth. If you look at the stats, we didn't play too badly. More shots on target, more clear-cut chances, more half chances. Possession we could have had a little bit more of, but considering it's our first game in the Bundesliga 2, I'm quite happy with that. New signings as well. You got to let it all gel. Unlucky, boys. It wasn't our night. A few have reacted well. Dynamo Dresden, who also came up with us last season, lost their first game of the Bundesliga 2. So at least we've done better than them. Okay, in terms of the next episode, we're not going to skip over any games. It's going to be a double header. Ingolstadt away. Of course, we played them in the first season of the Save in the 3 Liga before they were promoted. And Hertha Berlin at home. We can finally compete in the DFB Pokal. So we play Hertha Berlin at home in that competition. We're not expecting to win, but if we do, I mean, fantastic. We could just as easily, though, get thumped. Of course, in the 2 weeks from now, up until the Hertha Berlin game, there might be some transfer talk as well. Potentially some of the trials. It'll be nice to keep some of them around. You guys already know who we'd like to keep. And we are still looking in general at strengthening the squad. I think we'll need it going forward this season. I think we'll be okay. An early season prediction, I think we'll be okay and survive relegation. Comment section, this is where you come in. Let me know where you think we're going to finish this season. Either give me a specific place we might finish, have a guess, or if you think we're going to push for promotion, mid-table, relegated, let me know. I'm interested to see what you guys think, especially as a lot of you have been watching this series from the very beginning as well. We are going to leave today's episode there. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. We are back tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. with Ingolstadt away in the Bundesliga 2 and Hertha Berlin at home in the DFB Pokal. I've also released another YouTube series as well called Sweet Left Foot Simulates, so do feel free to go across and check out the video that's on there and what's going to be uploaded in the coming weeks. I shall see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Take care. Goodbye.